like clerk, like junior supervisor, those that frontline employees are communicating with managers, supervisors and directors. Means those lower level employees are communicating with upper level employees. That is upward communication. That communication which is going from lower, it's going to the upper level. Now, to understand that flow, there is a chart. Now, as I told you that in upward communication, that message will go upward from the downward. For example, employees worker say supervisor, from supervisor any departmental head, from any departmental head it will go further to assistant general manager, from assistant general manager it will go to the general manager, from general manager it will go to managing director. So there is a proper channel, there is a flow. Now, what are the main function of upward communication? Why we need this upward communication in any organization? To share our problems with our organization, our suggestion for the improvement, performance report. If we have any problem, that also we can share with our organization. Financial and accounting information and decision making. All these are the main point through which we can run our organization in a proper way. Now, what's the nature of upward communication? It may be written or oral. If you have any information with you, you can give it in written manner also, you can give it in oral manner also. However, mostly we will prefer written communication. Now, why we will prefer written communication? So that we have proof. Whatever information we are giving, we are forwarding to the upper management, we have proof of that. Now, media. How we will do this upper communication? It is done through reports, statements, forms, counseling, complaint or suggestion box or open door policy. These are the different medias through which we can transfer our information in a upward communication way. Now, further, what are the advantage of upward communication? Upward communication is able to create a friendly relation. In any organization, is boss is listening to our problem, is boss is considering whatever we are saying. It will create a friendly atmosphere surrounding our organization. Now, further, it provides valuable feedback. Through this, we are able to get a good free feedback, encourage participant. Now, if you are free to talk to the upper management, of course, you will participate more in any business or organization. Two-way process. It's not one-way process. If you are saying something, if you are passing your information to the higher level, of course, they will also reply back. So that's a two-way process. Making suggestions. If you have some suggestions or those suggestions are good for the organization, you can share those suggestions with your boss. So it's an advantage of upward communication. Introducing new project. Through this upward communication, you can introduce new projects with your organization, and it will increase the morale of the employees also. Now, along with this advantage, we have few disadvantage also. What are the disadvantage? Resistance from employees, fear of incompetence. What it means? Now, it's not easy to transfer your message to the upper level. You have so many things in your mind that should I say this or not? Will they listen me or not? Means while if you are working as a if you are working on a lower level, if you are working on as a first line employee, always you have such thing in your mind that if you will share any information, if you will share any problem with your management or your director, will they listen or not? Will they consider it or not? So these are the advantage when we'll do upward communication, because they are on hierarchy. So at the end they have that power, they have that handling power, right? Message not heard, maybe your message, they will not hear your message, even whatever information you are going to transfer they will not hear. Unwillingness to admit failure, maybe whatever the process is, maybe they'll listen or they will not listen, maybe they will consider or not. All these minus factors are there whenever you will do upward communication. Now here is one example of upward communication, and this example is upward communication in a bank. Bank is an organization, right? So in that organization we can say that there also we can say that it's upward communication is there. To understand that upward communication, we can understand through the example of bank. How come? Now bank, the first line employees, BDO, cashier or officer, all those employees are front line employees. Now through this front line employees, the message will transfer to the upper level. Upper level means marketing manager, operation manager, finance manager. So that is again a second line. Through that second line, again that message will transfer to the branch manager. So this is an example to understand the upward communication, that how that information or the communication is going from lower level to upper level. How the cashier is able to share his information to do the communication with the branch manager. So that flow is upward communication. Now further, we'll talk about downward communication. Now after understanding upward communication, it's very easy to understand downward communication. Downward communication occurs when information and the message flows down through an organization's formal chains of command or hierarchical structure. For example, there is a new project in the organization and boss will transfer that information to the senior supervisor. The senior supervisor will convey the message to the junior supervisor, and the junior supervisor will explain that what our organization is going to do with this new project through the other employees. Now here the information, the communication is coming from the upper level, from the hierarchy, from the director, from the manager to the first level employees. So the flow of communication is coming from upper to the lower level. That is downward communication. In other words, message and orders start at the upper level of the organization. It means from manager or from director, from upper level to lower level. That is downward communication. It's totally opposite to the upward communication. See, now what's the difference between the upward communication and downward communication? In upward communication, the message is going from lower level to upper level, and On the other side, in downward communication, the message is flowing from upper level to lower level. So both these things are opposite. Its objectives. What its objective? If we talk about downward communication, to give directives about some jobs, to explain the rationales of the job, to coordinate with the various department. See, ultimately boss is boss. He knows that how we have to make this organization successful, how to run this business properly. For that sake, he has that command in his hand, and through that only he'll keep that control in the whole organization, that how to make this organization a better one. For that sake, the commands will flow from upper level to lower level. Now, to motivate the employees, to explain the policies and the new project to the employees, always we will do downward communication in the organization. Now, what's its nature? It is in nature of instructions. How come instructions? Now, if we are sharing something with our boss, what we will do? We will request. We will transfer our feelings, our information. We cannot give order. But if the message is coming from upper level, it can be an order also. It can be in the way of instructions also. It can be in the way of that you should understand whatever that upper level is trying to make you understand. Right? Now further, what is its media? It can be done through written orders, notice, memo, or annual reports. So these are the media through which any organization, the head of the organization, can do downward communication. Now, to understand the downward communication, as I said, that is totally opposite to upward communication. In upward communication, that flow was going from lower level to upper level, and here the flow is coming from upper level to lower level. Now, how this flow is coming? This information is coming from managing directors. From managing director, it will pass through general manager. General manager will convey this message to assistant general manager. After that, the departmental head, the supervisor, and the supervisor will convey this message to the other employees who are working there. Now the chain is the same. We are using that same chain, but the flow is different. In upward communication, that message was going from lower level to upper level, and in downward communication, the message is again coming through the same chain, that same channel, but it's coming from upper level to lower level. It means it's a communication which director is doing with his employees. He has some orders, he has some new policies, he has some new plans, maybe he has some new informations, and those informations, those plannings, he is sharing with his employees. So those informations are coming from upward. That is downward communication. Now, what are the advantages of downward communication? As we already discussed what are the advantages of upward communication, we also have some advantage of downward communication. It's useful for management. See, in upward communication, that is in favor of the employee workers, and the downward communication is in favor of the management. Why? Because the message is coming from the management side only. They have some policies, they have some new plans, and those plans they are sharing with the employee workers. So it's in a positive side of the management. Further, good organization. If downward communication is flowing in a good manner, you can say that that organization is very well managed, because usually a boss is the only one, not only one, but he is the main one who is able to run any organization, who has policies that how as a team they can make their organization a better one. Useful for employees. It's also useful for employees, because all those communication are not always in a way of order, in a way of memo. It's a sharing process, and a sense of belongings. We'll always find a sense of belongings whenever we are doing downward communication in our organization. See, along with this advantage, we have some few disadvantage also if we talk about downward communication. Now you can guess what are the disadvantages if we are doing, if there is a downward communication in any organization. The main disadvantage that always there is always a lack of discussion, of sharing information, because that communication is coming from the upper level. So lower level will always feel uncomfortable to share his own suggestions on any report or on any project or on any planning. It's time consuming. We can say that downward communication is time consuming because it's coming from the head and there are so many vias, right? So it can take time. It can take time to get the proper decision. Further, what are the further disadvantages of this kind of communication? As I told you that this message is coming from the hierarchy, right? So it can be kind of order, kind of memo. So these are all these, along with this disadvantage, we have already discussed what are the advantage of downward communication.